So, in today's discussion session, we are going to discuss an amazing topic that is going to be related to grammar. As last time I was conducting a session, so I came across a learner and who was asking this question that as I'm learning this language and so I need to pay attention to the grammar or not. So I just told that learner like in the elementary stage of learning, rather than focusing on grammar, it's better to focus on fluency. But there are some sort of things which we can maintain in order to enhance the grammar as well, the accuracy in speaking. So I just wanted to include some sort of things at that moment. So I have shared some sort of advice with that learner. However, I thought that let's come up with this session so I can share more tips that can benefit some other learners too. So I believe that if you are in the elementary stage of learning or if you are practicing spoken English, so you do not need to learn grammar specifically and what kind of strategy that the learner can try that can help them to learn grammar without memorizing quite long rules and regulations, these kind of things. What do you think about it?
Yes, Vikram sir, I'm absolutely absolutely agree with you about this point. Actually, what happens whenever we write at that time, so we get lots of time to think and write in a proper grammatical way. But the problem arises when we speak because hardly we get time, and then hardly we get time to think that whether my sentence is correct or not. At that time we make mostly the mistakes, and the more embarrassing situation will be if your listener can point out one mistake and tell you that this is wrong. So that time, that is the starting point when you start to lack your confidence, and you then your mind gets conscious. Oh my god, I can't speak in English. So definitely, what will be our goal, that we should not memorize the grammatical rule, but still we have to take some tips and tricks which which you can implement in your speaking or in your conversation, so that automatically your grammars will be perfect. Okay, so we should not memorize it, and also we have to practice a lot, or we have to learn some tips and tricks which can make our sentence, turn our sentence into correct sentences. Okay, so that one I think is a very important thing for today's topic. So, Vikram sir, I want to ask you that what would be the first and most important thing? What do you think that what a student should do to speak without memorizing the grammatical rule, but
So the
in the
first
correct
thing,
grammatical format? Hmm.
yes. So as when I was learning this language, so I was also utilizing various kind of things. And personally, I believe that in the elementary stage of learning, you should not have the knowledge of the whole grammar that you're learning noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and everything, the complex grammatical structures and all these things. So in the elementary stage of learning, as much as you can just try to express yourself in simple sentences. And what I was doing, I was having a grammar and speaking diary or a notebook. If I was making any mistakes, so I just note down those things in that particular diary. So whenever I was coming across those kind of mistakes, so I was able to comprehend all those things. Oh, here I'm making mistakes. So it is very essential that you need to make FLT, a focus learning tracker, which you can utilize. In that diary, you can write down some sort of grammatical mistakes or what else you can do whenever you are going to speak on a particular topic, so you can write down some sort of things, some keywords or some short sentences, and then you can check the grammar. Because if you have the knowledge of the basic grammar, so I hope that you can understand by yourself rather than relying on others. So this thing is gonna help you that making a notebook. What do you think about it?
Absolutely, Vikram sir. And even I also follow this technique that sometimes whenever I talk with myself and I record myself, then whenever I rehear my recording, then I could hear that, okay, these things made mistakes. So I search from grammatical books that what would be the correct grammar, and I write it down. So that is a very good technique. I also maintain that. Another one is that, which I would like to suggest, that whenever you are with yourself, you are alone and you are free, that time please talk with yourself. Okay, so talk with yourself about the real life scenario, like real life situation, what is related to your own life. So you have to talk about those topics. Okay, so for example, you have just imagine that you have one meeting, what, in the next month you have a meeting, you have a meeting to attend. So you are alone and you are talking to yourself, and you can tell yourself, okay, I have to attend a meeting at 11 a.m. on what, on Friday. Okay, so in this way, if you say, then automatically, if you say this kind of thing, or I have to go for having my lunch at 2 p.m. Okay, at 2 p.m. On Thursday. In this way, if you practice, so automatically it will fit in your mind that before timing we have to use at, and before day we have to use on. So these kind of things will automatically fit in your mind. Okay, so always practice with yourself by using some sentences which are related to your life, real life scenario. You have to use more and more. Okay, and also whenever you are talking with someone, so you also have to implement those things, like for example, that when do you do yoga? Do you do yoga, what, in the morning or in the evening? In this way, instead of saying in morning, you remember that, okay, I have to use in the morning or in the evening if I'm doing that work throughout the evening or throughout the morning. So practice it with yourself at first. For example, I take classes in the evening, so similarly ask somebody question that what do you do in the evening. So in this way, like what I wanted to say, that use learn little grammar, that before day I have to use on, or before time I have to use at. Learn this thing and apply it in your own life, and then talk regarding this to with someone by applying these things to another person's life. Okay, so more the things will be realistic, more it will be good to memorize things. Instead of imaginary, use real life thing, like when do you go for lunch? Actually, when do you go for lunch? I go to lunch at 2 p.m. So in this way, at before timing, in this way you can remember and remember it. Like you don't need to memorize thing, it automatically it will start to come more you practice with your real life scenario. So Vikram sir, what do you think regarding this? I thought something happened.
So this point is really great that you have included, like whatever the activities that you're doing at that moment, you can think about the grammar. Apart from that, here I would like to include one more tip, that whenever you are speaking, you are recording your voice or you are speaking on a particular topic. So what you can do is you have to correct yourself. And I believe that self correction is the best strategy that you can utilize. You do not need to depend on others, because when the other person is correcting, might be that person is not correcting you in a right way. So somehow we feel bad, or somehow we think that, oh, this person is putting me down or something. So I think that here you'll be making yourself comfortable by correcting your mistake. And self correction you can utilize, and here not only you can correct your grammar but also some other things. If you know about some sort of things related to vocabulary or the parts of speech or the grammar, so correct little mistake, such as about the, as you have mentioned an example related to preposition. Suppose I said I'm going to the party in night. So here I made a mistake, right, related to preposition. That I know, oh, we need to use at if we are using like. So that's how you can correct your mistake, that I'm going to the party at night, something like that. So self correction they can try, because the best thing about self correction is that here you'll be not feeling that the other person is judging you, because you are judging yourself. And I think that you will feel comfortable in that. What do you think about this?
Yes, yes, Vikram sir, absolutely correct. So, if I speak and somebody finds my mistake, and that person says that, oh, it should be this, not that, then automatically from that point, like your confidence, your confidence of speaking English will start to go down, and then you feel like, no, I can't speak in English, so let's better to shift in Hindi or Bengali. So yeah, absolutely right. So first you talk with yourself, record your voice, listen to it, and understand that where generally you make mistake, and again say that and correct yourself. Another thing which I do always, like I used to do. So what happens that whenever we speak, we find it very difficult to maintain proper tenses. Okay, especially the past tense. It is very difficult to maintain because, as you know, there are lots of irregular verbs where we have to remember those, like swim becomes swam, eat ate. Okay, so these type of things, people find so challenging. So what exactly we need to do is that to focus on tenses when we practice with ourselves. Okay, so how to do, I'm telling you. So as I told you before that the best way to learn grammar, or not learn grammar, to memorize the rule, is to implement that rule in your own life. That is the best way. So similarly, how to practice tenses and to implement the correct tense in your spoken. So I'm telling you, so suppose you are alone and you are free at the time. So first you focus, what are you doing? Suppose you are at that time you are cleaning your house or something. So you say to yourself, right now I'm cleaning my house. Okay, so then immediately go to what you do daily. So then you say that daily or every day I clean my house, or every day I prepare food for myself. Then go to the past tense, that yesterday what did you do? So yesterday I went to I went to the market. Okay, and then immediately go to future. I mean, tomorrow what will you do? Tomorrow at this time, tomorrow I will call my friend. So in this way, you practice. Okay, whenever you free, you just practice to jump from one tense to another tense. Similarly, if it is done about yourself, then if you can see someone in front of you, practice about that person. For example, if you can see a crow, then simply you can say that right now the crow is flying. Okay, it searches for food every day. Yesterday it sat on this tree, and tomorrow it will come to my house. So in this way, just practice about each and everything which you can see, and don't practice one same thing, like practice jumping from one tense to another tenses. Okay, so I think by doing this, it will be a piece of cake for you. Okay, so the format which I recommend everybody to do, that is right now, daily, yesterday, tomorrow. In this way, jumping. Okay, if you can practice this much, I think it will be so good. It will be so easy for you, or it will be so effortless for you to jump from one tense to another tense, and because you are telling the real life scenario. Okay, so that's my opinion. Do you want to add something? Or what is your thinking?
Yeah, definitely. This is really great thing. And mostly I face this kind of learner. They just make mistakes related to past tense only. So this is really great strategy that even they can take a cue card topic that has been given in the past. Suppose describe a situation when you failed at something. Describe a situation when you achieved something. So here, whenever you are describing this kind of situation, so definitely you'll be describing a past moment. So here you'll be able to maintain the past tense. So these things are gonna help them to improve their past tense. Apart from that, if they are facing other difficulties, so they can maintain that as well. Moreover, I would like to add one more thing here. Whenever you are having a conversation with the person and the person is holding a robust command over this language, suppose the person is having good English. So what we can do whenever we are having a conversation, we can say, if I'm making mistake, please note down my mistake. And in the end, you can tell me my mistake. So that's how you'll be improving your grammar, because that person is gonna tell you this kind of mistake that you have made. And this thing is going to help them by asking for the feedback to the person. Even if you're talking to your friend, his English is good. Apart from that, you're having a conversation with your tutor. So feedback is very important. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here in this scenario, I like in this point, at this point, I want to tell something that what I personally believe, that if you are not so much confident to speak, then definitely choose a person as your partner who is at your level. Okay, or like he a little bit better than you. Then you can talk with him, talk with that person, and you will feel confident. But if you are confident in speaking but you feel like that you make little grammatical error, or you don't use good vocabularies, then definitely, as Vikram sir you said, that you should choose somebody who is pro in spoken English and ask for his feedback, that you tell give me the feedback, because I know I can speak well, but I want to improve myself. I want to maintain proper grammar. So then go to that person and ask for his feedback. I think that's a very good way to take you to the next level, take your skills to the next level. I think it is a very good way. Yes, Vikram sir, I absolutely agree with you. And I would like to summarize that so we have learned that how to talk in English without memorizing grammatical rules. So first, what we can do, we can maintain a book. Okay, that these are my weakness, these are my weak areas. So I have to write it down. I don't use like have, has, and verb three properly. So I have to practice it and just write down where what is your what are your gray areas, or where you can work on. So this is the first thing. Second thing is like talk or practice grammar by relating it with real life situation. If you have a meeting, think that what type of grammatical things I can use, like what prepositions should be there, what even no, not only preposition, what vocabularies we can use. So if it is actually there in your life, practice related to that. But if there is no meeting in your life right now, and rather you are planning for going to a tour, so practice grammar related to that. Okay, so practice, talk with yourself related to that topic. So something which is really going on in your life. Thirdly, we understood that, as Vikram sir said, that we have to what correct yourself, like we have to correct ourselves, like we have to record, we have to listen, and we have to find out where is the mistake and say it again, so correct ourselves. And fourth one, which I also said, that what practice tenses, that is the most important part. And practice tenses by being present in the present moment. Okay, like what you can see in front of you, or surround, or whatever you can see, apart from yourself, any person, any bird. So talk about that and jump like that. The right now, daily, past, and future. In this way, jump and practice all the tenses. So, and definitely don't stop to talk with, to find a partner, and talk with that person, and practice spoken and taking feedback from that person also, if that person is quite good in English grammar and everything. So I think we have summarized all the points. So Vikram sir, do you want to add something at the ending?
Yeah, definitely. As you have provided the quick recap of today's learning, so I hope this information is gonna help the learner. And lastly, I just want to say one thing. If you are a beginner, so do not think about the grammar. Just keep continue with the process,
Exactly.
make mistakes. And if you have someone who can correct your mistake, then this is the perfect thing. And correct your mistakes and move on to the next. This is the only way which we have in order to improve our English. And in elementary stage of learning or for spoken English, I would not say that your grammar should be 100 percentage at the right place. At least you should have the basic knowledge of tenses and also that you can construct sentences. So that's what I just wanted to say in today's session, and see you in the upcoming session with some amazing tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.